Hey, what's good guys, Mr. Games here, back at it again with another video. Today we're going to be doing an Amiibo unboxing of the two new ones that just came out. Specifically the Richter and the Dark Samus. Now, before we start, I'm going to have to make something very clear. I got my wisdom teeth out today, so unfortunately I may be heavily slurring my speech or having a hard time communicating or sound generally groggy, so I apologize if that happens. That's the reason why, but enough about me. Let's just get right into it. Alright, and here are the two new bad boys. We got Richter over here, Dark Samus over here, and before we start, I'm going to do something a bit special. You see, normally I would use a Ryu Amiibo for stuff like size comparisons, but today I feel like I'm going to do something a bit special. I'm going to do Simon as my size comparator. Probably for obvious reasons. Actually, speaking of which, why don't we start off with Richter? So the box I got kind of is a little bit dingy, but here's the thing. For me, I collect Amiibos outside of box. I think that while they look good in the box, I feel like they're always meant to be outside, and that's what makes them look a lot better. But if you're into boxes, take the time to look at the box. It's very blue. Very blue. Yeah, this one's better. The Dark Samus ended up getting creased because the package it came in got a bit damaged, but that's not really important to me. What matters is if the Amiibo inside looks good, and it looks fine to me, so we'll just go ahead and open right up into it. So, tearing into the packaging, just give me a second. And here's Richter outside of that packaging, and personally, he looks really good. Like, I really like how his blue is very definitive blue. It's not like a very muted color. You actually kind of can see a lot of detail in his outfit. You wouldn't really think, it doesn't really look like it, but there's actually kind of a good amount of detail going on visually. Texture-wise, though, it's kind of consistent. The most texture difference you're going to probably get is in the boots. Pants feel about the same as a shirt to me, personally. Hair feels like the regular hair. The skin feels like the clothes, but, you know, that's fine by me. I'm not going to be touching them all the time. I'm probably just going to be putting up on the shelf and just leaving them there because they look cool. So, yeah, of course, he has his chain whip compared to Simon's. His is all bundled up, but that's how it is in his model. Comparing the two, you can definitely see that there's a good amount more detail on Simon, but Richter looks a lot more anime, if you will. Yeah, but personally, I like both of them. I think they both look really great. I kind of have a slight lean towards Richter, mostly just for the blue. I think it sticks out really well compared to Simon's more muted colors, but that's not to say I don't like Simon. In fact, I think I like both of them equally, but if I had to choose, I would go with Richter. Anyways, though, that's about it when it comes to Richter. Not much more I can say. Chain whip, you know, that's about it. Height-wise, he's pretty much the exact same as Simon. But anyway, so moving on, though, another Amiibo that I'm honestly was pretty surprised by, at least how well it turned out, was Dark Samus. Now, in case you're looking at the box, this is what I'm talking about. Not really great condition box, but since I don't collect out, like, Amiibos for the box, it's a lot more something I don't care about compared to the other stuff. But anyways, looking around, I will say this box looks really great. It really works well with Dark Samus's color scheme, and the purple, the blue just ends up looking really well. But too bad for me, I don't like keeping them in boxes, so we'll just pop her out. Her, he, genderless. I think it's a her just because it's technically a clone of Samus, but we'll just go with that. Anyways, though. So, ooh, this one's a sticky one. Okay. But anyways, taking it out of the box, if there's one thing you can tell immediately, the model on this is really, really good. Like, excuse me a minute. Okay, so, before you get it, just be aware that it's going to be stuck in the box. If mine wasn't good proof that you'll need to be careful, I don't know what will be, but that aside, looking around, as much as I don't know if it can be easily seen since I don't really have great lighting, the color scheme on this is really great. Like the black is actually like a really shiny black. It's not like a matte black. It's like very plasticky, but like not in the bad way, like the very shiny plasticky black. And with the blues, it actually blends right off of it. It doesn't actually, what's it called? It isn't actually like a very segmented part. It's not like, this is blue, this is black, this is black, that part's blue, that part's black. No, this is actually very much black with a couple blue highlights, and honestly, it looks really great. This video doesn't do justice. You have to see it in person. It looks absolutely incredible of an amiibo. And to think that would be for Dark Samus too, a character who, bear with me, I kind of didn't really care much for in Smash, not because she's bad, but just because, you know, Dark Samus. But that aside though, Dark Samus ended up becoming, like, this is a really nice amiibo, even though not really too big of a fan of the base of this part right here, the little stand that has to keep her elevated. But you kind of don't really realize that because of just how much the black kind of grabs your attention. But yeah, and this is actually a really beautiful amiibo, actually. Compared to Simon, of course, she's a bit taller, but granted, she's kind of elevated differently, so do with that what you will. It actually isn't really a wide amiibo, so you don't really have to worry too much if you're kind of limited on shelving space. You may want to be a little careful with the cannon if you kind of have to keep things cramped, but other than that, everything looks good. I mean, I don't know much more to say. I mean, it's a beautiful amiibo. I don't really see anything wrong with this one. There's not really any massive things that catch my attention as being wrong. It's just the whole thing catches my attention because it's beautiful, but I think that's about it I can really say about this one. And honestly, that was the two amiibo that that's the two amiibo that came out, so why don't we go ahead and put them side by side and compare them. All right, and so here are the amiibo, Richter and Dark Samus here with, of course, my height comparator right here. And yeah, honestly, despite the fact that there's only two amiibos, I think these two are absolutely incredible. Honestly, I really like how they ended up coming out. I love Dark Samus a lot, strangely. I also really ended up being surprised by Richter. I really do like how his color scheme turned out. Yeah, there's not really much I can say though, but yeah, so essentially here's all the amiibos. Take your looks, and that's about it. So I guess I'll go ahead and end the video here. Well, that's it for the video today, guys. I hope you like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Till next time, my friends. And how I like to end my videos, here's my amiibo shelf with Dark Samus up there and Richter down here. Honestly, I want to get more, but as it stands right now, I really like how this is looking.